What other ticking time bombs might this company be sitting on if they let that go for 5 years?
That wouldn't worry me a lot. My guess is that the vigilance will be higher than most banks because of this.
That was Wells Fargo's biggest shareholder, Warren Buffett, and his response to my question last year on whether the firm's troubles were truly over. Okay, they were not truly over. Berkshire Hathaway owns 9.4% of Wells Fargo, followed by the second and third largest shareholders, Vanguard and State Street. What is it about Wells Fargo stock that keeps these folks believing in it? Are they naive? Are they smart? And which direction should you be going? Should you own it or stay away? Well, we thought, let's bring in Dick Bove. He's Hilton Capital Management chief strategist, the real banking analyst on this planet, who joins us now in a Fox Business exclusive. Well, to that interview that I did a year ago, Buffett was rather dismissive, and he said, no, they're going to be breathing so heavily over this company, they'll find all of the problems. They did not, and yet he's still in the stock. Was he naive, smart, misguided?
Well, you know, even Einstein, the mathematicians will tell you did make mistakes. And Warren Buffett simply blew it on this stock. He was not watching the company closely. The people he had entrusted to give him information on this company were not looking at it closely, and therefore some grievous errors were being made on a constant basis, and they never caught him. Now, the second question is a more important one, though, which is what should you do with the stock at the present time? And I think that Tim Sloan is going to have books written about him because he's doing a miraculous turnaround in this company at the present time. I really think that it's going in the right direction. I really think that it's going to be a very successful company for, decades to come.
So Buffett didn't really blow it. He blew it certainly on believing that there would be no more problems after the 1.5 million phony account scandals that they set up that were uncovered by the LA Times, and it was cheating, and people's credit were ruined because they weren't paying interest or whatever fees they owed on these accounts they didn't even know they had. But look at the stock since the scandal, Dick. It's up 5%. It has taken a dip, certainly, over the past 3 months. But so you're saying this is a place to buy?
Yeah, and in other words, the errors at Wells Fargo went way beyond what was in the scandal. There were problems in the mortgage division. There were problems with auto finance. There were problems with credit cards. There were problems, as you noted, with opening deposits. There were problems in terms of wealth management, we think. So basically, there was a breakdown in the culture of the company internally, and that breakdown was due to the fact that it was pushing so hard to increase sales because, again, this is a massive company. There are only 3 companies in the United States that made more money than it, according to Fortune's 500.
Dick, at what cost? And I say that because now the stuff that was revealed for this $1 billion fine where they charged improper fees for rate lock extensions and mortgage lending. They sold unwanted insurance to auto loan customers. I don't know. I wonder, and Tim Sloan has been there, since the 1980s. He's a fine person, I am sure. He started as a bank teller. I love guys who begin at the very bottom and figure this out and make it all the way to the top. But some believe that you got to just clean house. And do you think that he deserved $17.4 million last year and a 36% raise, especially considering now the bank takes a $1 billion hit?
Yeah, no, I think he deserved a salary. There's a quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bucks, which is not a great team, but my favorite team, and he was paid $21 million last year. Anyway, the point is that he stepped in at a time when the company was in absolute agony, and he did clean house. He did change, people on the board of directors. He changed people at middle management levels. He started winnowing some of the businesses that the company should, in fact, sell. He did change the culture. So I think he's done a magnificent job, to be honest with you. And I think that he does deserve his $17 million. Certainly if the Tampa Bay Buck quarterback deserves $21 million.
Yeah, but my bank account isn't tied to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thankfully, my bank account isn't tied to my team, the Cleveland Browns.
We're in the same boat.
Oh, I know. Who said Cleveland Clowns? Hey. Dick, it's great to see you. Thank you very much.